In this video, I will be discussing strategies that I use to keep my plants alive during the winter months. So the plants that I have here, they're located at various places indoors, in the greenhouse, in the garage, or directly in the ground outside. Now, if you don't have a greenhouse, you may have a sunroom facing the southern side or the western side. That would be ideal for storing your plants, delicate tropical plants indoors, so that also would work. But here in the greenhouse, I have plants such as the coralie. There are some mosquito plants. Now the coralie is also called a bitter melon. This is a curry plant shown here, not the typical type of curry powder, but it's also referred to as curry, the curry tree. And this is also a mosquito plant. I have a whole bunch of mosquito plants stored in here, and winter after winter they've done pretty well. Some of the ginger, there's some in here, there's some in ground. Here I also have some passion fruit that started months before, but I decided I'll try to save them, so I have them brought indoors here. There's a whole bunch of pineapple plants, and this I usually do every winter, so I know that it works. I also have some bell peppers that I'm planning to transplant. Never got the chance to get around to do that, so they're right here in the greenhouse. I normally ensure that the temperature is maintained by, I use the propane heating, which is quite cost efficient. And also I have some heat sinks. I have some containers of water, and what these will do is they will absorb the heat during the day and releases the heat during the night. And so it's some there's some examples. There's some trash cans, 33-gallon trash cans, and also have some 55-gallon water containers that I'm using in this case. Okay, so here's the moringa. Also other plants that I'm storing here that are quite delicate. We have the moringa. There's some lemongrass that I pruned that are also stored in the greenhouse. So this is the propane. I have a small body heater, which is quite effective for the small space. Here's the heat sink, just a close-up view of the heat sink that I was mentioning. I have a couple, I believe there are two 55-gallon drums, and there are two 33-gallon of the trash can filled with water. And so so I ran out of space. So here in the garage I have a lemon tree that has some lemon in it, and so what I decided to do, since it's in the garage and some days we may not have as much light, I decided to go to Walmart and I got me some grow lights. It was more cost efficient getting the bulb and a regular bulb holder, and that's what I'm using as my grow light. And so far so good. The lemon seems to be holding. So this is what it looks like in the nights when I decide to have the lights on. That's usually on the days where, as I mentioned, there are no sunlight, or I do not want the sensors on the garage to get damaged if it's raining. And so on those days I will have this light running over an extended period of time. And so in the garage also there's some banana. I also have okay, so for the outdoors, this I'll discuss in the part 2 of this series, but here's some examples of some plants I have outdoors. Here are some carrots. I have some carrots. There's some broccoli, some rutabaga, cabbage. Also I have some turnip greens. So these are they're pretty much tolerant to the cold, but I'll be discussing some ways or steps that we could take to protect them outdoors in that case. So thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to Petersville Farm channel. Thank you.